What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Just Saying. Today is a very special episode because someone from across the border is here, and he is my very good friend, Nigel Sparks.
What's up? Thank you for having me.
To those people who don't know about him or don't know him at all, in which I hope you guys know, I actually wrote you a very long intro, bro. So you give me some time. Maybe it's like a 1 minute intro to give you guys some context about this guy, okay?
Okay.
What I wrote is, today's guest is a true icon in Malaysia's streetwear and creative scene. Someone who turned a love for caps into a movement and a brand into a cultural landmark. From the heart of Subang Jaya, he built the Cap City into a streetwear institution rooted in identity, pride and resilience. Foe! But it wasn't always like this for him. He once faced a major setback when he had to close 3 out of 4 stores, a moment that would have broken many, but instead, he chose reinvention. He doubled down on originality, pushed creativity beyond retail, and emerged stronger with designs that speak to people and not just trends. You might recognize him from his famous catchphrase, "Jangan cakap abang tak payung." For translation, for the Chinese people watching, for short, it means, "I got you."
Yes. I got you covered.
Or you might know him on TikTok where he goes live giving out free caps every Friday. But here's the catch. You need to guess where he is. And once you guess where he is, he will give you a free cap. And the thing about this movement was that it became so big. And he's now on his second tour around Malaysia and Singapore and Brunei.
Yes.
With hundreds of people chasing him every time he does it. I'm going to put some videos here to show you guys how many people will chase him when he goes to the country.
Someday I will wear a star.
Someday, I wanna lay down like God did on Sunday. Someday, I remember these songs. Someday, that way, way, that day. Someday, I wanna everybody. Someday.
And while he's not selling caps, he's also a hip-hop artist. He raps about his hustle, his struggles, and his community. And today, we will dive deep into the mind of a builder, a believer, and a brother of mine. Ladies and gentlemen, Nigel Sparks, again.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Power, bro.
That was beautiful.
Can I say I took like 15 minutes to write that?
Wow, not ChatGPT, eh?
No, really no. No. I sometimes I will use ChatGPT, but sometimes I don't. But that one, that one is like, it's a friend. I need to give you a proper introduction.
Thank you so much.
Now, this conversation, I wrote it in a few segments, right? And there's a total of 4 segments. And the first segment is called The Rebirth. So again, for some context, many years ago, you had 4 stores and you had to close 3 stores, right?
Yeah.
The first question I have for you is like, when you think about the version of yourself during that time, when you opened the 4 stores, who was that emotionally, mentally, and spiritually?
That's a good question. That's a good one. Who am I when I opened those stores, right? I think I was obviously very young at the time. Still young, but at that time younger. And wanted to be a successful businessman. So like a lot of things that I preach today, people say, oh, you always talk about how money is not important. The truth is at one point it was, right? At one point, I think to a lot of people who are younger, who always feel like, I want to be successful, I want to be famous, I want to have money. So I think I wasn't really very different from that. So, I had a goal of opening 20 stores by 2020.
That's 5 years ago.
Totally missed that mark. And but yeah, I was more business minded. I really thought I was that guy. I really thought I was him, and that I'm the new entrepreneur. And at that time, entrepreneur just slowly getting more and more famous, like the term.
Yeah.
Before that was more like unemployed, or just struggling businessman.
Yeah.
So I really bought into the whole finally people are clapping for me, you know. So let me open the second one, and people would come to me and be like, "Yo, you're genius, bro. You know, like who would have thought a cap store would work? You know what I mean?" And yeah, I bought into the whole compliments and really believing that I'm that guy. And but yeah, I guess to your question, that was who I thought I was, you know.
So for what I hear, from what you're saying now, right? I feel like there's a lot, especially when you said there was a lot of people clapping for you.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was one of your motivations as well.
Yeah.
Where, you know, you want to be celebrated.
Yeah.
I will touch more about this later, okay? But long story short, it's called traumas. I'm sure you heard of it before.
Yeah.
But I'll touch on that later. So when the four stores closed, right? What would you say was your deepest wound? Like, was it about money? Was it about pride? Was it about like responsibility, identity, or what is it? Especially, right? I feel like a lot of people thought you were crazy. Right? Especially when you said you wanted 20 stores. So now you have proved them right. That you were crazy. Bro, when the stores closed,
I love it.
the people who doubted you, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
swear to God, I'm sure they will be laughing, bro. They'll be like, I told this guy
Yes.
he is crazy, and now he's proven that he's crazy.
Yeah.
So when the 4 stores closed, and I know it was a very emotional thing for you, but what hurt the most? Like, do you think it was a pride thing?
First of all, I just want to say before I answer, I'm enjoying this already. I feel like that was a very interesting perspective. Never thought of it that way. But yes, I think pride is definitely first. And then, of course, money, responsibility, and, you know, real life problems like paying bills, paying rent, and so on. So, but pride, I think pride was definitely the first, just because, like you said, people proved themselves, right?
You proved them right.
I proved them right. Yeah, that's a good one.
Tough pill to swallow.
Yeah,
Right.
a tough pill to swallow. I think that one was the toughest. I was so down, man. I lost myself. I completely lost myself. At one point, I had panic attack. I screamed in the room out of the sudden, and I started questioning things like, who am I? What am I doing here? You know, what is all of this? Especially at that time, I was owing some people money. I was owing a lot of money to some people in the industry as well.
One last look at the Cap City Sabah before we wrap up and pack everything up. Cap City KK, thank you so much.
Goodbye, KK. We will see you soon. I hate moving office.
So today is the last day of business for Mid Valley Cap City. Not easy, but it's necessary. Very necessary.
So I couldn't go anywhere. You know, events happening everywhere. I would say I was busy, so I wouldn't attend. So it was a lot to do with pride.
Yeah.
You know,
Especially,
also,
I think for men, bro.
Yeah.
Like, of course, when you started the store, obviously you had like positive thinking, right?
Yeah.
And then like you wanted to open 20 stores, and I'm sure a lot of people will say, this guy is crazy, right? For men, okay, I don't know for women lah, right?
Yeah.
For men, it's the hardest thing to swallow, right? Because when we, especially I think for people like us, right? When we do something, we put all our pride into it.
Yeah.
And once that's taken away from us, right? And when we want to restart again, right, bro? You know what will play in the head? The same people that is talking shit about you will just keep replaying in your head and picking yourself up is very difficult.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question, bro. Again, when all the 4 stores closed, right? Which part of you died in that process?
Oh. So many parts, bro. So many parts. I think I think this segment's called Rebirth, right? Yeah. So that was I totally had to let the old Nigel die in order for me. And so I was man, I was so deep into Bruce Lee, Muhammad Ali. I was so into their philosophy of, learn the art of dying. If you hear Bruce Lee, there was one clip, you guys can go check that out, which I thought was so profound because we're so uptight and we're so fixated that we have to win. And Bruce Lee there explaining and teaching the art of dying, which I was also, at that point, I think my ex-girlfriend was like, bro, you crazy, bro. Like, you went to that phase. But I thought that was also the phase where it was the most freeing, that you just have to accept that part of you has died. Everything. Your business. I mean, technically, we have 4 stores, we closed 3. So I still had the Subang one. So I just tell myself like, okay, live another day to fight another battle. But at this point, forget about whatever that they've clapped for you. At one point, my mom was clapping and then no longer clapping. So it's like, it really hits you out when your closest people are starting to tell you to like, hey, let the reality sink in and just accept defeat. I think that part is, like you say, like, man or woman, I don't know, but for it's so tough, bro. Yeah.
You got call yourself stupid.
Oh,
many times.
Many times.
Right?
Yeah.
Especially when you had so much, when you write an idea and you're like, okay, this is gonna work, and then it didn't work out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Like,
yeah.
The amount of times I think I will call myself stupid, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be never ending, right?
Yeah.
And you mentioned that whole part of you died.
Yeah.
So then what's the difference between, I mean, now I would like to think you're a very successful entrepreneur and a businessman. What's the difference between the Nigel now and Nigel then? Or rather, what was reborn in that process to give birth to this version of Nigel?
I think the new Nigel focus on making people happy.
Hai, apa khabar? Dari mana? Ya? Puchong. Wah, bawa apa sini? Ha? Topi dah habis. Okey, nama? Hires. Here. Jangan cakap abang tak payung. Topi dah habis. Ha? Serius?
Saya dah ada, tak apa.
Wih, serius?
Bagi dia.
Ni, this friend payung you, bro. Jangan cakap abang tak payung. Thank you. Come, Jeff.
The older Nigel would be like, I want to be happy because I want to be successful, and it was all about me. Like, Nigel Sparks, the new entrepreneur. Nigel Sparks opened his 3rd outlet in Sabah, Kota Kinabalu. Nigel Sparks opening in Mid Valley. It was all about, I mean, now it's also Nigel Sparks going here and there, but I think the intention, the purpose is very different. And I think the most distinctive one I would say is the new rebirth me didn't want more. I didn't want more. I told myself, I just want the Subang store. I want to keep Liang. And I want to stay here for as long as I can. Just let me pay next month's rent. Let me just make enough to pay Liang's salary, some money for myself. That's okay. That is like, and that is also like the turning point, I feel, for me. The moment I didn't want more, the moment I didn't want the entire world or the entire nation to celebrate me or clap for me, is when things turn around. I feel like, I don't know how spiritual are you, but I also don't know how spiritual I am, but that's how things work. God just sort of gave it to me. As soon as he thinks that I'm ready, like really, like I learned the art of dying, and I learned the art of just making one person happy. Whoever that's stepping into our store the next second, I'm going to talk to him, I'm going to make him my best friend and make sure he has the best experience in the store. And I just believe one customer will bring back another customer, and 10 bring back 20, 40 and multiplies. And I just really wanted to focus, what's the smallest viable amount of people that can sustain my business and I'm good. Like, don't even think about business like, okay, what's your 3-year plan? What's your 5-year plan? Right? really go down to it. Okay, say rent 3K. Okay, say liang 3K. Say myself, I don't even want more at that point. I told myself I only need what 2K. I'm okay already. Okay,
This is ringgit, by the way.
yeah, ringgit by the way. And really, then you come to think about it, actually it's just 8K. Or 8K, say like 8K. Divide how many caps you may make. What's your margin? Really, it becomes more attainable, achievable, instead of trying to I'm trying to hit the old numbers.
Yeah.
I'm trying to, most probably some businessmen be like, this guy he doesn't know business. But really at that point, that's what saved me. That's what my whole perspective changed. I just wanted to make ends meet, right?
Yeah.
And that turned around. Everything just turned around.
So I think that's a very interesting take, because a lot of business owners think, I feel like one point of time also, I feel like I just want to make what I like. And I think a lot of people, not even business owners, a lot of creatives don't understand that, or find it very hard to understand that a lot of people don't like what you like. And I like when you say now it's not about making myself happy, it's about making these people happy, right?
Yeah.
So in that process, right, when you say you want to make these people happy, right, what was the things that you shifted the most? So for example, you sell caps, right? That's the base of the things that you do, right? Do you change your design? Do you change the price? What was it that you changed?
Yeah. So we used to carry international brands. So Cap City used to be a store, multi-brand store where we carry multi-brand caps. And the turning point was when I say, hey, actually we can make good caps, because I had another brand called Negative at that point. And most of our Negative caps sell out. So I told Liang, I said, hey, actually, you know what? We make pretty good caps. So why don't we make caps for ourselves, right? Brand it as the Cap City. And we start basically taking the other brand's DNA, which is making designs that speak to our people, right? Because the other brand will sell New York, LA, which you're wearing a New York.
He has a problem with New York caps.
So we started changing by changing the product. So the first cap that we did was Budak Subang.
Yeah.
And again, coming back to what I said earlier, I just want to serve Budak Subang. I just want my community around the area to come and buy, because I know, Alvin will come over. Like, I literally had names in my head, like, hey, Liang, who and who will buy what? He Subang Pride, what the fella? Like, literally had like 30 fellas in our head. Like, hey, yeah, I think this 30 fella regulars will buy this Budak Subang cap. And
Joe Flizzo was one of them.
yeah, and I literally designed the cap and we released out. And within 2 weeks, we sold out about 100 caps. Then we were like, hey, that's pretty good. Like, that's crazy, bro, at that time. Then we say, okay, so what's next? And then one thing to another, we started doing KL caps and even SG now lah. So I think that was one of the things that we changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And during this whole process, right? This whole process of you building yourself up again, or rather, you shutting down, you building yourself up again. You have always mentioned Liang through that story. I think you mentioned Liang a few times, right?
Yeah.
So now, apart from yourself and Liang, during this whole process, right? Who's that one person that you needed to thank also?
Oh, no brainer. My dad.
Your dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
My dad. Because he's my best friend. I share a lot with him, a lot, and I mean like.
So what's the purpose now? You already have the success.
For him,
Yeah.
It is a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? It's never end. So my only advice to him is never be proud. Jangan bangga. Always be humble. You can be happy with yourself. The minute you are proud, you habis. Why you habis? Because you are thinking that you are much better than what you really are.
He's like almost like borderline consultant advisors, giving me advice here and there. So definitely my dad aside from Liang. If there's only one person I have to pick that will be my dad. Yeah.
So that's now I said I will touch on the trauma bit a little bit, right? And I find this conversation very interesting because I only recently learned about it also.
Okay.
So I am someone, for some context, I'm someone who never believed in therapy.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, okay. Okay, then this conversation is going to be interesting, bro.
Okay.
I never believed in therapy. I also believe that depression is not real. I used to believe depression is not real.
Me too.
Right. So I invited one of Singapore's top psychotherapist on the show.
Okay.
And I begin the episode with change my mind. I don't believe this is real, right? And I feel like in recent years or so, a lot of this whole therapy thing has been thrown around so much that it lost its legitness, right?
Yeah.
So what he told me about traumas, right? So he before I met him real life, he texted me and he was like, I'm recently researching about traumas, and what I understood during my years of looking at seeing people, right, is that traumas radiates in everything that you do, right?
Okay.
And how trauma happens is that there will be a fracture in your life that happened that will affect you so much, and you might not even know it, right? This feeling or this memory that you have, you keep inside so much, right, that you don't even know, and it will bleed in everything that you do. And it's going to be very, very relevant to you because you're an entrepreneur. Okay, so it will bleed into how you lead, right? How you treat people, down to the partner that you choose to love, right? So why I say it's very, very relevant to you is because when you said you started the Cap City, you wanted people to clap for you.
Yeah.
Right? And when I say that it's a trauma, right? It's because somewhere, bro, in your youth, right? Or somewhere, right? No one was clapping for you.
Yeah.
Or you did not feel any type of validation from the things that you do.
Yeah.
It can be from your parents, it can be from your girlfriend, it can be from whatever, bro.
Yeah.
Where do you think that trauma happened?
I think exactly what you said. When I was younger, no one really clapped for me. I was poor in studies. I was the black sheep of the family. My brother was definitely having better grades than me. My father had like a lot of expectation of, us studying well and going to, I guess the typical Chinese family lah. I want you to do good, make money, be lawyer, doctor and all that. So, and I was nothing close to what they wanted lah, right? Any Asian family for that matter. So not all lah, but most of it.
Yeah.
So I think, but isn't that also so my challenge to you right now that you feel like you understand this more, right? Isn't that also just cause and effect?
Okay. Let me explain.
Because of that happened, so this happened and this happened and this happened.
Yes, but so how I see it now, right, is that when I think I understood my traumas better also, because he said, right, it bleeds to your career choice as well. So the reason why you choose this career is because you're compensating for the deep belief deep down inside your heart on what you believe in, on who you truly are. So let me give you an example, right? He has very world-renowned clients, and one of his clients was an MMA fighter. He always loses in his title matches. Always.
Right.
So he was like, okay, let's get to the end of this problem, right? And when he did therapy with the MMA fighter, the MMA fighter, deep down, bro, he truly believed that he's mentally and physically weak. Deep down. And that's why he always loses at the end of title matches.
Interesting.
Right?
Okay.
So the reason why he chose to be an MMA fighter, because he's trying to overcompensate or compensate for the true belief that he's weak, mentally and physically weak.
Like he's trying to overcome, right?
No, he's trying to compensate. He's trying to show people that I am not mentally and physically weak, but deep down inside, I think I am.
Wow.
Bro, this is my exact reaction, bro.
Okay. I'm thinking, so the version that I am right now, what is, I guess then the trauma, the cause and effect is that I closed my 3 stores and probably no one gave it to, I don't know.
No, okay.
I'm trying to like.
So what I think you're trying to compensate for is okay, this one you have to figure out your own lah, but I'm gonna assume lah, right?
Okay.
Especially when you said no one was clapping for you. So I think that's what you're trying to compensate for.
Okay.
Right? So I think deep down in you, you don't think you're him lah. You really don't think you're that guy. Right? So you created a Cap City so that people have an avenue to clap for you. Yeah. And it's not wrong at all. It's really not wrong at all.
Yeah. I mean, for now, for the new version that I am, I guess, I would say, so a lot of people always ask me, how do you keep going, bro? Like, how do you go on and do all these tours and you just don't seem like you're stopping anytime soon? And I'm a workaholic. I'm obsessed with what I do. And I always say there's no balance in my work. And I think I can sort of explain that why I am who I am today is because of my that phase, which is I closed 3 stores. and I had nobody coming into the store. And that's why I could always layan my fans until like if Eileen doesn't stop me, I would just continue because I feel I appreciate those moments a lot, which a lot of probably business owners or even just KOLs, creators, they'll be like, how do you do it? How do you layan hundreds of people just saying, jangan cakap, abang tak payah, bro. On God, if I go to an event, right, I will probably say like 1,000 times, bro.
Yeah.
And I would always try my best to never say no to a fan if he wants to take a photo. Right? We've done events where we had like our pop-up booths. And I'll be there, like a Mickey Mouse, bro. Just non-stop, bro. Photo after photo after photo after photo. I remember 2023, Snickela. I stood right in front of the booth for the whole day, bro. Just taking photos, bro. I just wanted to know how far I can go and how many more people who actually knows who I am. But up until today, bro, I still do it. I still do it, and it's crazy, bro.
It also sounded like a lot of validation.
Yeah. A lot of
Again, not wrong. I'm not trying to call you out. But you're doing this for validation or
but
whatever.
I also know a lot of people who won't go that far for their fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Be like, fuck it, let me rest, you know what I mean? Or tapaya, you know what I mean? So I think the version that I am today, just to answer some questions, like people who always ask me, how do you keep going? I get a lot of KOLs text me, bro, how do you do it, bro? Because they cannot do it. Or I rather they don't want to do it.
I think it's don't want not cannot lah.
I think
don't
so.
want lah.
And I think that's, I guess I'm the product of my past.
Yeah.
Because last time I always feel like the pain that I had in the past was so much that it hasn't left me yet. It hasn't left me yet, which I think is a good thing because that keeps me on my toes and keeps me grounded,
Yeah. But okay, we move on. Let's talk about the team behind TCC, brother.
Yes.
It's one of the things that I really admire about you.
Okay.
Because, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate to this, when you watch podcasts or when people interview CEOs and everything, right? They always have this emphasis on the people that they hire. They always say their success is heavily dependent on the people they hire. Even Steve Burnett said that, I'm from Diaries of a CEO, right?
Yeah.
And
he's obsessed with hiring, but he's obsessed with
he's always like team, hire, team, and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to believe it. I'm like, okay, or rather I truly believe it because the people who's gonna help you reach your vision is gonna be the team, right?
Yeah.
And again, what I truly admire about you is about how you lead your team. And I feel like not a lot of people have this because your team work as hard as you do. Which a lot of business owners find very hard to do because there's no motivation for these people apart from their monthly salary. Right? The motivation for you is bigger because you own the business.
Yep.
Right? And these people are like, bro, they are like your factory, your friends.
Yeah.
And I think most importantly is like they believe in your vision, right?
Yeah.
And what the question I have for you is, what do entrepreneurs need to know or what do business owners need to know, right? On how to get their employees to believe in their vision. Because I feel like you really do that very well.
I actually don't have an answer for that. I am just being myself. Of course, I try to, for me, it's always rolling up my sleeves, which is not the right way to do it. I think most businessmen, millionaires will tell you that's not the way to do it, but I'm still there. And I feel like there's phases to this one. Right? Like people always say, you need to delegate. But if you are third year into your business, that don't work. Maybe in your 13th year, that would work.
Yeah.
So I just feel like every advice that is given or is out there for you to take, you have to also question yourself, which phase am I at in my business? Because you cannot take Steve Jobs' advice or even Steve Burnett.
Yeah.
For that matter. Steve Burnett got a lot of money, bro. He can just headhunt, bro. All he does is just headhunting, bro.
No,
and he can like, 10K not enough, 15 not enough, 20, 25.
Yeah.
He can do that. We can't. So I feel like, for me, I really don't have like, I also start to see that already, slowly. I'm in that phase like, okay, I need to hire people with more intention. Last time, no intention one, bro. Last time was just, are you a good man? You're a good man, you're a soldier, you will take a bullet, let's go.
Yeah.
Like it's literally like, I don't even ask whether what sort of skill sets do you have. I always tell them like, hey, the guy look like he's gonna take a bullet for us.
Yeah.
I think he's the right guy. Let's go. And it's a very funny way of hiring, but I guess for that phase of Cap City, we needed people who's willing to just take order and go.
Yeah.
Like soldiers
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if the general or the king says, okay, you need to go there, fight, you need to go there and fight.
And I think this is also because of liang lah, right? I mean, when you close down and everything, you had a liang.
Yes.
So you tried to multiply liang.
Yeah.
Where
In
you tried
some
to
way,
find people where like,
yeah.
okay, this guy
Yeah.
doesn't matter. For as long as you're loyal to me,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But now that changed.
Yeah.
Now
no.
you're looking for people with more skill.
Yes, because not many liangs out there lah. You know what I mean? I think I had a few people who were doing business also like, hey, how do you find liang? How can I find myself a liang? I said, I don't know, bro. I don't have the answer. I mean, lucky God for me, you know. But of course, I always say liang wasn't liang when we first started. Liang was also like the typical 9-to-5 employee where he would punch card for his colleague, and then his colleague will help him punch card if he's late. And then one day I sat him down. I said, Liang, you have a lot of potential, right? But you have to make a choice now. Are you gonna be with the management, which is me at that point, or you want to be with the team employee and continue to just live this sort of lifestyle and just, waiting for 5 o'clock to leave, come in late, hey, you help me punch card first. Like, which guy do you want to be? You need to make that choice today.
Yeah.
And he obviously picked my side. And ever since then, Liang really changed 360. So some people, all it takes is one compliment and say, hey, I see potential in you. And some people, I say 1,000,000 times also doesn't work, bro. So there is really no, I haven't found out yet, right? But now we are hiring with more intention. Like, okay, what sort of skill sets do we really need? And does this person has it or not? And as the saying goes, you don't hire people and manage them, right? You hire them,
To solve your problem.
To solve the problem and tell you what you need to do. So I'm still very new at this, but we're slowly getting there. Maybe in 5 years' time, you ask me, then I'll probably have more wisdom, bro.
Yeah.
But
I like to ask bosses this question. What's one thing that you need to forget about yourself when you become a boss? Like, when the team is smaller, right? There's something that you always do that you always get away with. And when the team becomes bigger, you realize, oh my God, I cannot do this anymore because now the team is bigger.
A lot. Like, I think little things like OTs, little things like working on a weekend. When your team is small, you share with them, hey, this Saturday we want to do this, I got this idea. They will say yes. And it doesn't really cross your mind that like, oh, I gotta pay him extra or stuff like that. Right? But then as you grow bigger, then you realize like, oh, actually cannot really. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that you need to unlearn.
Yes. A lot of things you need to unlearn because, like for me, bro, 3 years ago, was it 3 years? 2 years ago, let's just say 2 years ago, I had like 6-7 employees. Now I have like 20 plus employees, bro.
That's
and
crazy, bro.
I don't even keep count. It's just over time, we're the type that just keep go, and then little by little, and then we're like, wow, we're at 22 already. That's crazy. And then you learn that like, oh, we never had handbook, you never had this, you never had that, and then now you need to start learning all these things, And but to your question, like, what is it one thing that
You need to unlearn.
I need to unlearn is that I'm no longer their brother or their friend,
That's the hardest thing, right?
which is the hardest thing.
Yeah. I think it's the hardest thing for both ends.
Yeah, for both ends.
Yeah. Because I have fired people before.
Oh,
But it's one of the hardest things to do ever, bro.
So this is very interesting, right? Everyone wants to be a boss until they have to fire someone.
Yes.
I feel like that, bro, no one talks about it enough, right? Of course, you see all these people like Gary Vee, like, fire them, you're out, It's so much easier to be said than done. Of course, maybe some more, maybe one day when we're more seasoned, we'll look back at 20-year-olds and be like, oh yeah, now you're a boss, right? Now you have to fire, right? Now they will have to go through what we go through. I just feel like I'm getting better at it, but it's still one of the part that I hate most, being a leader and a boss is to say, hey, I gotta let you go. You didn't make the cut, or you're just not improving.
Yeah. You know, I once spoke to a HR person and I asked her what's the best way to fire someone. And she said, let them know it's coming. Best advice, bro. I think that's one of the best advice there. And I took it. Let them know it's coming, right? So,
but that's the thing though. It's easier to be said than done, because by letting them know that it's coming, if the person doesn't improve, or he or she just decides to stay, while knowing that, okay, I'm a goner already. My boss doesn't want me anymore. But I'm just gonna stay here for as long as I can.
No. So I think the reason why she said that, right, is because most people are very angry when they get fired.
Yeah.
Right? And this anger turns into hate. Then imagine you fire someone and now they go like, you know what? I don't like Nigel anymore. Go on TikTok and say, Nigel is not a good boss.
Yeah.
So how do we change that? Because as bosses, when we fire someone, it's not necessarily we don't like you. We like you as a person, we just don't like your work.
Yeah.
So when you let them know it's coming, they already expect it coming.
Okay.
So they'll be like, I already know I'm going to get fired. So I won't be so angry.
They'll still be angry though, just not so angry.
Just not so angry.
Right.
Yeah. So one of the ways to let them know it's coming, and I mean, okay, this is big companies do it lah. So they have appraisals and everything. But you run a fashion brand. I don't know whether you do appraisals lah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a 3-strike thing. So the first one I tell you, second one I tell you, then the third one is the fire.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the part I hate most. I think. Yeah, heavy though.
How many people have you fired before?
Oh man.
Okay,
not more than.
Don't answer.
Not a lot really. Not a lot. I think not more than 3 or 5.
Which is a blessing.
Yeah. Not more than 3 or 5.
Which
is not. I mean, it depends how you look at it. Some people will tell you, a more seasoned businessman will say, you're just letting them stay. And I do that when I was much younger. You don't know how to say ma.
Yeah.
You just feel awkward. You feel like you care for their feelings. You don't want to be misunderstood. You don't want to be disliked, right?
Yeah.
No one wants to feel that way. But as you grow older, you're just a bit more seasoned, I suppose, and you'll be like, okay, I've done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. You know.
And I guess we also, as bosses also, we need to understand that for us to hire people that just gets it, like we need to pay more also lah.
Yeah.
And I feel a lot of these problems, right, of hiring bad people, right, comes from I don't want to pay so much.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Yes.
Which brings me to my next question, bro. I'm very interested in this. Do you work with Gen Zs?
I do.
In your office? How's that like for you?
I really don't think there's much difference. Even though as much as I also believe like, oh, millennials are different, Gen Zs are different. Back in the day, we were different. I'm like, no. Okay, like Eileen and I, we will always talk about, oh, back then we were different. I said, yes, we were different. We. But if I think back, I try to recall my office, there were also a couple of, not all, but a couple of my colleagues were also having the same characteristics and same traits as the Gen Zs today. So in that sense, how? It's also hard to blanket statement and say, oh, Gen Zs, they have ADHD, they cannot focus, they sikit-sikit, they want to like change job, which we've also experienced that. But then I think back, last time I had a friend, Ricky, also like that lah. So how?
You know what's interesting that I recently learned about Gen Zs?
Okay.
Is that during our time, right? I mean, we're not very far apart, right?
Yeah.
Our job, right, takes up 80% of our lives. Okay, 80% maybe it's too much. 60% of our lives or to 70% of their lives.
70 lah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Our monthly salary is 100% of our lives.
Yeah.
Right? From that one person. That's why we take our job very seriously.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, true.
But for the Gen Zs, bro, your job is just a small part of their pie, bro.
Yeah.
Because now there's investing apps.
Yeah.
Now there's TikTok shop.
Yeah.
Now there's drop shipping and everything, right?
They can stream, they can so many things.
There's so many ways to make money now. So and I think one of the reasons why a lot of people have problems working with Gen Z is because this is the problem. You are just one part of their basket.
Yep.
And they won't give you 100%.
Yep.
Because if you fire me, sure, I don't mind. I have way more other avenues to earn money from. But one other thing I also learned on how to manage Gen Zs.
Yes, please share. Please share.
This is also from a HR expert level. Amazing, this woman. So she said what she learned about Gen Z, right, is that they were raised in a generation where feedback was the number one thing. They were raised in a gaming generation, right? So when you play a game, you get a lot of feedback. You slash the boss, there's a sound. You see how much life the boss
Right. The dopamine hit. Okay.
Yeah, right? You see what you earn, the coins that you earn and everything. And they kind of brought that into the working world or to how they work.
Wow.
So they really appreciate recognition a lot, right? So if, for example, if you're working at Gen Z and he or she is doing a good job, tell them, bro. They appreciate that because they really want to know how they're doing because they're so used to that feedback all the time. Yeah. If they're doing a bad job, also tell them. Yeah. But our time, if we are doing a good job, who tells us, bro? Nobody tells us.
Yeah.
It's just we are doing our jobs lah.
You're supposed to.
Yeah, we are supposed to, right?
Yeah.
But this and this, you need to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that they still have more options than we do back in our days, right? Or in our parents' time. So every generation is very different lah. Really, with technology today, with all the apps and again, Instagram, TikTok. How? You know, they are multitasking, yeah? Like their screens have like 3 different things. They have Discord, their illustration, YouTube, and also, I don't know, what did I say about WhatsApp? You know, everything is there. I look at my cousin's desktop, I'm just like, how? I cannot.
Yeah.
We only have 1 window at one time, bro. You know what I mean? At most 2, bro.
Yeah.
They have 4, bro. 3, bro. At the same time, there's another video call going on, bro, in the earpiece, bro. I'm like, wow.
I respect the hunger that they have though. Like, you know, like I want to be everything I really want. Honestly,
I don't even think they think like that, you know. I want to be everything. For them, it's just wired that way, lah. Because last time when maybe, I don't know about your time, but probably we're not that far apart. We had to wait for the internet to connect.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, that's
you had
true.
to wait, bro. Like it was so different. Now you have Wi-Fi, it's a different time, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You know what? We move on. And you know, I have one last question about you and your team. Okay. It's a very fun question. Okay. If your employees could speak freely about you behind closed doors, what do you think they would say about you?
I think this one won't be hard lah. I think, and that goes to every company. I think will be he doesn't pay me enough.
God damn. And you?
No, but bro, think about it. No matter how much it is, after a year, it won't be enough. That's just the human nature of it. Like if I've heard from another podcast, right, where he was talking about how employees will never feel enough when it comes to their salaries.
But I mean, if you ask them to back it, can they back it?
I think probably not many can back it. Yeah. That's why I say probably that will be the thing that they would say. Even though if I do pay or I give good enough,
it won't be enough.
Eventually it will always be going back down to money.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I never raised my voice. I never forced them to do anything. I probably am not the typical boss that you could think of. Like I'm pretty damn chill. So in that sense, I would say, there's nothing much they would say. Or probably I'm too hardworking. Like I'm too crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
but what's wrong with that? This is good. I mean, as an employee, I'll be like, I have so many things to do because this guy is crazy. My boss is crazy.
Not every employee thinks that way.
Oh, you know,
Some people
I got
just
more
wanna-
interesting things to do. Yeah.
Yeah, some people just want to, clock in at 10 or 9 and then leave at 5. Anything else, your vision, your dreams don't matter. I'm here to provide that service that we agreed on,
But you think you pay them enough lah?
Fair?
Fair.
Yeah, I'll say fair. I'll say fair.
Because I'm not calling you out lah.
Yeah,
I'm just
no.
Because I feel like a lot of bosses, sometimes they think, but factually no lah,
Yeah. But again, everything is upon agreeable.
No, that's true. If you can negotiate and can back your ass, I
No,
will give
again,
you.
I think a lot of employees who always feel like they're not getting paid enough is, hey, okay, say for example, today I come in. I say, okay, how much, okay, this is your resume. No, what's your expected salary? He or she say 5K. If the boss think 5K is enough or okay, I can try. We shake on it. So, but in a year or two, it's very fast, yeah. How people would just think like, oh, now I need 6 or 7 already. You understand what you understand what I'm saying, right? It's not that like I force you to take a certain salary to work with me. I always say, you knock on the door to come in here to work. You were the one who offered the amount that you want. So it was met what?
Yeah.
But then it will always, again, over time, it will come back down to salary.
What another thing I really adore about you, bro, is your community. Right? And I feel like as a business, right, a lot of people try to build their community around them and find it very hard to do. But what I feel or what's very interesting about you and your community, right, is that you are a Chinese person firstly, you are Malaysian, so you are living in a more Malay dominated country.
Yeah.
But then your customers, your community are all also Malay. Or rather, mostly Malay. Do you think you kind of lose your sense of belonging, or did that create a new sense of belonging for you?
I think that actually created a sense of belonging for me. Like I see myself as Malaysian more than I'm Chinese.
Yeah.
Like I embody the Malaysian more than ever. And also to people who question like, why like you target Malay. Like for me, first of all, when I first got into the cap business,
Malays
most customers are Malay.
Yeah.
Did I pick caps so that I could target Malay? No. I picked caps because I was a cap collector myself since I was really young, since I was 14 years old. So I got into this business knowing that most of the customers will be Malay.
Yeah.
So that's just the nature of things, you know? So a lot of business owners come to me and be like, hey, how do you target, especially the Chinese business owner will come to me and ask for advice. Like, how do you target Malay? I unfortunately cannot answer them this because for me, it was more of a natural thing that my business is just caps and fashion and streetwear. And most of them who are interested in this is mostly Malay. So quite natural.
But was it hard for you? Because, okay, let me give you an example, right? Why? I don't want to sound racist or whatever it is, right? But okay, you know, right? So for example, I'm Malay, right?
Oh, yeah.
And a Chinese person cook a Malay dish. Easy for us to go, confirm not nice. You get what I mean? Similarly, to a Malay cooking mala, for example, Chinese people will go, probably not nice. 100%, bro.
Okay. Yeah.
So was it difficult for you, or rather, have you had this experience where they go, this Chinese boy selling caps, nah, I don't want to buy from him?
I'm sure they are out there, but not that I know of. Not that anyone said it lah. They didn't say it out loud or in the comments like, oh, he's Chinese, I don't want to buy from him, you know. No, so far not yet.
But you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
But there's no racism, I mean, in that part of your business.
Yeah, I mean, God. I mean, we do get comments like, oh, he is... So, you know, I puasa, right? I fast during Ramadan. So a lot of people say that I do it for, you know, to win hearts and to gain popularity lah within the community, within the Malay community. And it's hard to explain also. I think up to some point, I just don't want to explain anymore. Yeah. Because every year when I do it, there will be new people who just got to know me and be like, who is this guy? Why is he... What I think they call it penunggang Islam. Like,
I have no idea what's it. Penunggang.
Penunggang is like a rider. Like you ride on the... You ride on the... bandwagon. Yeah. So I realized I don't want... Even every year, I still get interviews about my fasting. Like, hey, we want you to come over to our radio station to talk about your experience fasting. I stopped taking those really. I took once and I'm like, it's enough.
But why is it so confusing to understand? I mean, when I looked at it, I straight away understood why you're doing it.
Try. Maybe we've talked before, but...
Yeah. Why you fast?
Yeah. A lot of people don't know, bro. So for you to say it's very obvious for you, so what is...
I would think it would be more obvious for Malay people, what? Okay, firstly... Okay, this is my impression. You are in Malaysia, 1. Your community is mostly Malay. 2, you have people in office are also mostly Malay.
Yeah.
Bro,
That-
very obvious, what?
but
Right?
maybe a lot of Chinese owners don't do it, even though they have a lot of Malay or Muslim.
But of course, the
staff.
Malays mean more to you because they are your community. They are the ones buying your cap. I think it was a very obvious thing to me.
Oh, a lot of people don't find it obvious.
What? It's like me. It's like me changing my name, bro. Like to New Francis in Singapore. Isn't it obvious? Why? Why would you want? Why would you even ask me if it's a racism thing? Dude, it's very obvious.
Yeah.
So to me, it was it's so obvious. He just want to show respect.
Yeah.
And give back to the. Some people might not call it giving. Some people might call it like whatever. Again, bandwagon thing, right? But to me, it's just okay, respecting.
Yeah.
And if
For
you
me,
can create
it's
content
just-
out of it, great.
Yeah, for me, it's just a respect. It was simple. Like, Amir was fasting and I said, hey, you're not eating today. Yeah, fasting. Okay, I don't eat. What time you eating? 7:30. Okay, 7:30. So it was like taking baby steps to like sort of understand his culture and his beliefs and his practices. And then, year after year, I just became more, I think, accustomed to it. It's like, oh, okay, let's do it. Yeah, and people keep me in check as well. My fans now be like, hey, be prepared. They are already telling me be prepared for the next Ramadan already. That's how crazy it is.
Now that you're so into it, you think you will convert? No.
No, probably not yet. Yeah.
Okay, two different things lah, huh?
Yeah.
But will you
I mean, no, yeah. I don't know yet. I'm
stop eating
very
pork,
open. Yeah. I know. I learn. I want to learn from all different religions. To be honest, my dad always tell me like, all religions are good at the end of the day. You just have to understand that. You have to believe that.
No, 100% all religion pushes the same thing. Just be peaceful, be nice to people and everything. It's just
As long as you can do that, then whichever you pick don't really matter. For him.
Let's talk about your music a little bit, right? For some context to the people watching, Nigel used to be a club MC. And from there, his interest in rapping started, or was it before?
Before.
Okay, so you had
around
interest,
the same time. Yeah.
Okay. And then he did music back then.
Yeah.
Not tried. He did music back then.
Yeah.
Took a break. Started TCC. And then now he's doing music again.
Yes.
My question to you is, what does your music give you that TCC cannot or doesn't?
My music doesn't pay me for now. Actually, music for me is really another outlet for me to express. So I don't make pop music. If you listen to my album, it's really I'm expressing about how my journey is and just sort of painting it in a different way, but with the same context. So there are a lot of limitations with Cap City that I cannot do with music, and same goes to music to the business side. I think it's very different. At this point, it's really expression. It's just for me to express how I feel and letting my core fans to really go deeper into my world.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is why I do music. Really for myself and also for my fans to be like, okay, this is one thing that I don't hear about him talking about.
That was actually my next question. Like, what do you want people to feel when they hear your music?
Of course, appreciate the art. It's still art at the end of the day. Me and my producer, Izzat, we spend a lot of time on music for this album. So, appreciate the art and of course, know us deeper on a deeper level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I give you my opinion when I hear music, what I feel?
Yes, please.
I didn't look at it as a song. I looked at it as what, as your diary, bro.
Yeah. Journaling.
Yes.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people find it hard to do because I feel like the music should communicate to people, right? And like what you said, for you to understand that human being because they're expressing yourself. So when you release your music and I listen to it, I'm like, this is actually, I enjoy it because it sounds like I'm reading his diary.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I feel like what you really felt at that point of time, and you just wrote it into a song.
Yes. And I think that's exactly what I want my audience to hear.
I hope
really.
they see it, bro. I hope they see. I hope they don't just listen. He's just a brand owner trying to do songs.
Yeah, I think there was still always going to be those type of people.
Yeah.
But I don't really care. For me, I don't need music to really feed me per se. So I just need first of all, it's for me to journal down what I feel at that time. Number two, I think to just really get into a deeper level, a connection with my fans, you know? It's just a different, I think through that album, I said a lot of things I've never said in interviews and podcasts. And that's why my fans be like, he said that. He said he owed 150,000. Is it true? And then they will start talking to me, and like, you know, within the community, they will try to like understand me better or understand this journey better, which is, for me as a business owner, also is priceless for people to be so emotionally invested into your journey. I think it's crazy, bro. Yeah.
And I mean, of course, you did rap about the closure of your stores and everything, right?
Yeah.
Do you think as a person, you tend to hold on to things longer than you should?
Yeah, we do. We do.
And mostly like your failures lah.
Yeah. So that's the thing. So that was Payung 1. So with the second album, we have new sets of challenges. So when I first got back into music, which was 2 years ago, when we started on this album, I just had to get it off my chest, right? It's just that we have yet to release the second album, which we have a very different set of stress and problems that I've journaled down, you know, so...
I think you need to fall in love, bro. Then problem solved. Then you have your second album.
I have a love album, bro.
Yes, but like Lover Boy album.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
you fall in love, you break up, and then album comes.
Yeah.
So you plan for the breakup.
Yes.
So
hey, don't be surprised. A lot of them actually do that. They actually do that.
To plan for a breakup?
No, they plan to get their heart broken.
Oh, so then they
I think Sam
truly
Smith did that. I think Adele did that. I don't know. Sam Smith, I think.
I know one of them that did that is kind of Giveon. Yeah. So he wait. I mean, I'm a big fan of him. I always watch his
coming
interviews.
to KL.
He's coming to Singapore first. Relax.
Shit.
And then he said, you know, when I write my songs, I always imagine myself talking to my ex or my loved one. So it's a conversation. So when you listen to his songs, you realize it's a conversation between two people, and that's what his songs are all about. Now, again, last few questions, right? In an interview, talking about love, in an interview, you mentioned that the reason why you're single for a very long time is because you feel like it's unfair that for you to date anyone now because TCC is your main priority, right?
Yeah.
I have a very weird question when you said that came to my mind, right?
Ooh.
And my weird question was, what do you fear people discover about you when they get too close to you? And this is coming from the perspective of love, right? Because I feel like if let's say now you find a girlfriend, and then your girlfriend says, as you tell your girlfriend, this is my number one. What's wrong with that? So because I feel like, so when you say that, I'm like, this deep down there is something about this guy that he's very scared that people find out about. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to answer it if you don't want.
No, I want to. It's just I'm trying to think, what do I not want them to know? Because truth is, you're right. I put so much of myself out there, right? Online and offline. So there isn't much that I'm hiding from, aside from that I'm selfish, which I also admitted that I'm selfish. So I'm obsessed with work. So again, I truly believe there isn't anyone out there who's gonna be like, unless they really give up everything and just be around you.
No. When that weird question come to mind, I also ask myself that question. Like, if someone gets too close to me, what do I scared they find out? I mean, it's a lot of things, bro. As men, we are disgusting people. But no, but not coming from that angle.
Yeah. But interesting. I mean, I wish I have like an answer for you right now.
I think, right? Let me assume.
Yes, please.
I think how your employees understand your obsession over your business is going to be very different with how you understand your own obsession. And I think if someone really truly understand how obsessed you are with this, right, they might think you are disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I agree. I think that's
is an ingredient to failure lah. And I think that's one of the things on why it stops you to find love.
Yeah.
But you got no suitors
What is
have bro?
What is suitors?
Suitor like options lah.
Oh, option. Options got. Options got.
Many,
Many, but like that, lah, bro. We've been there, done that, and be like, yeah, it won't work out. I mean, I became quite negative, I guess you can say. Like, I'm quite pessimistic that this one won't go far. Then you have to do the whole breakup thing again. Then probably start the relationship again, get to know each other again. Then for her to find out that I actually won't probably at this phase of my life prioritize her so much. And also coming back to this, right? I want to say something also because the interview with Sarima, aside from just being afraid that she cannot accept who I am in this phase of my life, is also that I'm also fearful. I must admit that I am afraid that things would change down the road, whether for me or for her, from me or from her. Because I know as we grow older, I believe in your age as well, you have a lot of friends who are in relationships who are not happy and probably married and have kids and they want a divorce. And I look at all around me and I say, you must be insane if you want me to get married now.
Yeah.
Because the way I look at things, people are cheating, people are fighting.
100%.
I don't see a way out, bro, at this point. Like, no one has proven me that, like, hey, see? Happily ever after. But then again, hey, but chill. What if when they're 50? So I become very negative. Because I also know my friends' parents also fallen out. So a lot okay lah, sure. You must be like, man, this guy is so damn negative. But
as someone in my 30s who's also single, I totally get what you mean, bro. It's even worse for me now because recently I interviewed a divorce lawyer. So I kind of understand my rights as a Singaporean man in Singapore if I get married. Bro, it makes absolute zero sense, brother.
Yeah. It's insane, bro.
It's zero sense.
It's like, you thought starting a business is insane, bro. Getting married is quite insane too, you know what I mean?
Especially if you go for Sharia marriages in Singapore because I'm Muslim. I don't know, man.
I don't know much about it, but...
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense.
Okay.
Like I said. But you know what I thought when you said things change? When you said, okay, somewhere down the road things change. You know what I thought you were thinking?
What?
I thought you would change in a sense where now your wife becomes a priority and then TCC is not a priority anymore.
That could too, right? I mean, I'm open to all possibilities, so...
And you don't want that to happen, lah.
Also, I must admit, who knows, I don't love her anymore. Maybe she's not the right person for me anymore. And then I find another one.
But have you thought about, like, TCC is just something that, like, I cannot love anyone else more than I love my business.
Yeah, for now. I can't say the same when I'm 40, 50. Because I think what we wanted when we were in our 20s were very different and we were very sure, bro. And then as you go into 30s, you might change. So for now, I know for a fact that nothing is changing that lah for now.
Okay, no, that it totally makes sense lah.
But yeah, I think to dive deeper into it, which I mentioned earlier, is really more like I'm looking around me and question like, man, I don't understand why people are like sort of pushing me to get into a relationship because it's insane, bro.
I'm not pushing you, brother.
I mean, bro.
I think the other people interview you are always asking, right?
I've also been into relationships, of course, which I don't talk a lot about. So, I've been through good ones and bad ones. So it's like I've tasted both and I'm like, yo, I think I can take a break, a long break.
Wait, you were in a relationship when the 4 stores closed down?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
no, poor girlfriend, brother.
Yeah.
That would be insane. Because if I was your partner, 4 stores closed down, I wouldn't know what to do. Like there's nothing I can do to make you feel better.
Yeah, nothing. Because really it was more about myself.
And now that you are, I would like to think you're a very successful businessman, right? Or rather, you know what? A lot of people would kill for your success. A lot of people will kill for what you have, right? But you, deep down, if 100% is your dream, where do you think TCC is at now?
If 100% was my dream.
Yeah. And I think I know what your dream is, right? I think you told me this before, that you want to open a store that looks like a cap.
Oh, right. Yes. That was one of my, I won't say dream lah. That's more like a goal, like a mission lah. Yeah.
So,
Dream is more fluff.
okay, so let's use the word potential.
Okay,
right?
potential.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay, so if TCC is operating, 100% of TTC is like you're operating at your fullest potential, right? Where do you think you're operating at now?
Wow, that's a very good question. Very good one, bro. I want to say 100 really, but to say that is like, done really. You know what I mean? But I'm very, very grateful. That's for sure. I think we are at 100. I don't want to complain. I don't want to think that we are any lesser than what we want to be. And also just really in such a short period of time, we've come from almost nothing to something. And I think we are at 100.
Which means that you cannot be better than this anymore. You know?
That's the thing. That's why I say it's 100, but by saying that, it's like, I cannot. But who knows, you know, what if it's not 100 really? I can go 150, 200, go crazier. You know, but I'm grateful. I mean, to your question, I really can't put a number to it because I think my team put so much hard work into it. I work so hard, and we are seeing the fruits of our labor, right? And really, every time we go out tour, like you have 100, 200. How many more? How many more? You know, it's like 500 makes a difference. Then will it be a dream? If it's 5,000, then is it what? I think I scared it becomes a nightmare, bro. You know? You know what I mean? So
I truly believe I think you can go bigger.
yeah.
Someone also asked me this question. That's why I thought it was a very interesting question. I thought I should ask you who. And I also say 100%. Yeah. Funny enough. So I thought I was answering the question wrongly. Because I think you can't, like I said, what do you mean? I'm operating at my fullest potential as I can. They say, means you cannot be better. And I'm like, oh wait, then I don't think I'm answering the question properly. Yeah, because I also don't know what I'm operating at. I also don't know what 100% looks like.
Yeah. I think I think that's also the thing, right? Recently I went to another interview. I said, I'm very curious. This is something I don't talk enough. I think the curiosity of finding out your real potential. I think that is what drives us.
And what is the actual potential? Like, is it the dream or is it the goal? Like, what is it? Like, I still don't know.
That's why even talking about this tour is very interesting. It keeps us really alive spiritually because it's like, what's going to happen? How many people are going to turn up? We really don't know.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think I saw this one video. They said, like, whether if you're individual or a business, you need to do enough side quests to keep your life interesting and keep your main goal focused. And I think Payung being our side quest is like really keeping us in check and also just pushing us to go more.
Yeah.
Pushing us to go more and more and more and more. So, I don't know. Like I said, we should always stay curious, which maybe we shouldn't have put it at 100.
Yeah,
we should just say 90. 90. Damn greedy, yeah. But in no way that I'm ungrateful. Let's just say, right? I think we are giving our best. But again, you know, if we compare to our in our 20s, our 100 at that time is very different now.
Yeah. But if let's say you can say, okay, TCC is operating at 100%, then why don't you want to sell it then?
What am I going to do?
You say you would do
because the goal, I find purpose in like building my team, serving others. I think serving others are not just my team, but even customers, fans, team, whatever. I think my real purpose is to serve others through what I love and enjoy doing. So I enjoy creating a lot of things: music, products, campaigns, teams. And sure, people will say, hey, you sell it, you take the money, you can continue to serve others. What? You can make people happy. What? You got more money now. But it's not true what I love. Now I just have a lot of money. By me handing you money, it's not what I enjoy doing. You know, I enjoy, I'm still, that's why whenever, just now, I find it very weird whenever you keep saying, oh, you're a successful businessman, I feel like I'm not so much of a businessman, I guess.
I think you're more of an artist.
Creative.
Yeah.
Like 60 creative, 40 business.
Yeah.
So when you say sell it, right, with that money, I'll probably do another brand and I'll kill Cap City.
You know what? I want to watch that shit, bro. I want to watch that shit, bro.
Yeah,
But
I'll probably
bro.
beat my own brand. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no other brand like TCC in Malaysia or even in Singapore.
Yeah.
How interesting would it be? Oh my
saw-
God. You know what? You should do it now, bro. Bro, how interesting would it be if you start another brand now that also sells caps, but you cannot do same person, right? Same person, right? But you cannot do what TCC has already done.
Whoa.
So then what would you do to this brand to beat?
TCC.
Yeah. Wow, interesting exercise. You know what? I'm going to create another show. That will be such an interesting exercise. Wow.
Yeah. But of course, if you don't talk about the clause and everything, I'm sure like if you talk about real business term, you won't probably be allowed to start something similar lah. But you know, hypothetically speaking, I would start a new brand and I would beat Cap
Songkok
City.
Sell Songkok.
Different
Okay,
one.
bro,
Different
you know
one.
what?
Yeah.
Last question.
Okay, last.
So earlier I asked you about who you needed to thank when you were at your lowest, right? Now, before we end, I would like to ask you, after all these lessons and success like you've gone through, which part of you do you think still needs your forgiveness?
Oh. Who?
No, which part of you
Which part of me?
you think still needs your forgiveness?
Which part of me that I think still needs my forgiveness? I want to say my past, but I don't really care about my past. My future wouldn't know yet.
You have to think about it.
I gotta think about it. No, that's the thing when I don't know the questions, which is very interesting, right?
Yeah. Okay, you know, when I ask
what about you?
Okay, when I ask myself this question, right, I drive my brain think about what I always get affected about or what is something so embarrassing that I really cannot forgive myself for doing it. So an example, right, for many people, right, is getting together with someone, for example. Like I cannot forgive myself for allowing that to happen to me because I had a choice. And I allowed that to happen to me and this will forever always haunt me. For example, So like, I think for me, what I cannot forgive myself is when I had the opportunity to do more, I didn't. Yeah. So when I was younger, right, I mean, I am someone with no papers, no degrees and everything. And especially in Singapore, during my time, it was everything for so many people. It's how you get jobs and everything, right?
Yeah.
And thankfully, I had someone who believed in me. Saying, you know what, you don't need the papers, don't need everything. I see your hard work and everything. Yeah, come just work for me. Basically, if I'm young, that's my Nigel lah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
So and now she's my business partner lah.
Okay.
So until now.
Wow.
But something like it still haunts me a little bit because if this person didn't come into my life, but I'll be selling drugs, I don't know. You know?
Yeah.
And that's something I need to learn how to forgive myself for. Yeah. Why didn't I go and do more? Of course, there are some women that I've been with and I go like, why was I with her? I am not angry that like she was my girlfriend. I'm angry I allowed
why did you allow that to happen?
to me. Yeah. Or why did I make the decision? Why did I allow this to happen?
So we're talking about the past, right? Mainly. Maybe I need to meet the therapist, but I would love to believe I've made peace with a lot of my past. I've made peace with a lot of my past. So a lot of the mistakes that I made was like quite conscious also. Like you knew that girl was bad for you, but you just go for it. And then when it happened, it's like, oh, I knew it. You know? There are certain people that I probably trusted and then I regret. Yeah, probably those are the ones. But even that, after some time, you kind of forget about them. Even though they're like nasty or mean or betray you. Over time, I always say time heals, bro. You know, there are a lot of people who somewhat along the way didn't agree with you, stab your back, whatever. Like, yeah, you might feel it now. After some time, you'll be okay.
No.
As long as you have like bigger goals, right? It sounds so motivational, but as long as you have bigger goals, you just tend to just Maybe I need to meet the therapist. I just sweep it under the rug. I just move on, bro.
Which is not wrong.
Yeah. Which
but,
is
let me tell you this.
okay.
Forgiveness is not real. It's really not real. Like you never truly forgive someone or yourself. You just forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So like even my that therapist, right? He went for a 3-month silent retreat where no phones, no nothing. And all they do is just meditate. And then he remembered maybe 30 years ago, his friend kissed his girlfriend and he got angry again. And he said, that's why he told me, forgiveness is not true. You just forget about it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I also have this way of, this mechanism of coping is that I always believe that everything that has ever happened to me, good or bad, it was my doing. And as soon as you can take the blame, and you can also have the power to forgive yourself. So whatever that happens, say this person betrayed me, right? I always go back to, okay, but why did he betray me? Try to just connect back the dots and be like, okay, at the end of the day, it's still me lah. I mismanaged this situation.
Yeah.
Hence, he became who he became. And so that happened. So it's my fault. Okay, never mind, I can do better. So I forgive myself. Not him. I know it sounds a bit like full of myself, but I genuinely think, no, seriously, it still comes back to me, what?
No,
because
100%.
I did this and this, so he became that and that. And so it's still my fault.
Yeah.
Even though he was mean to me.
No,
Then
you
I
make
can
a
move
lot
on.
of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the hardest things to do, I feel like a lot of people when they get angry at someone who treated them wrongly, right? Even after years, right? When they think about it, they get angry. They're not angry at that person. They're really angry at themselves. Because they allowed it to happen to them.
100%.
And with that, guys, it's been 1 hour and 20 minutes. I don't know whether I'm going to release the full thing. I'll see. But thank you so much, bro.
Before that,
jangan cakap abang tak payung. Thank you, brother.
I know you're gonna like this one.
Yes, you know what? When you came in with that cat, I was like, hey, nice, this one. But I didn't want to say
it's for you already, bro. Come on. But thank you for having me, bro.
No worries, man. Again, I will leave all Nigel's links below. I'll include some videos of him. You guys really need to check this guy out, lah. All business owners should really check this guy out because he's living a dream. He's really living a dream.
Yeah.
Alright, again, if you guys have anyone you'd like me to invite, let me know in the comment section below. If not, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.